Live and clear. Ready. Hundreds evacuated as Spain wildfire spreads. President Atiku clash over killings. APC meets INEC deadline. Osun PDP faction backs APC's Oye Bamiji. Borno parents lament 87 days of abduction and new champion guaranteed at 2026 WAFCON. Good day and welcome to a live news update. I am Salome Oladipo, and here are the major stories making headlines. Nearly 500 people have been evacuated following a forest fire in southwestern Spain. The fire, which broke out on Thursday, has so far burned about 8,000 hectares in the Huelva province of Spain's Andalusia region. The number of evacuees has risen to 474 in the past few hours. However, no towns or villages are currently under immediate threat. Andalusian Interior Minister Antonio Sanz said the flames spread rapidly over the past few days, partly due to strong winds. He expressed optimism, saying, "Today we are somewhat more optimistic." He added that progress has been made in containing the blaze, thanks in part to improved weather conditions, with the southern section of the fire now under control. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has described President Bola Tinubu's security record as soaked in blood, citing a reported death toll of 5,091 as grounds for the government's removal. The presidency dismissed the claims as the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Temitope Ajayi, said that in the last 3 months, security agencies had neutralized between 13,000 and 20,000 terrorists and rescued 10,000 Nigerians across operations involving the Department of State Services, the police, and the military. Ajayi accused Atiku of deliberately ignoring the achievement of the armed forces in the fight against terrorism, saying the former vice president was pursuing what he described as the politics of despair. The governing All Progressives Congress (APC) has completed the electronic upload of its candidate for all elective positions ahead of the 2027 general elections, meeting the deadline set by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The party's national chairman, Professor Netwe Utida, announced this on Sunday, describing the early completion of the exercise as evidence of the APC's organizational strength, internal coordination, and readiness for the elections. Meanwhile, INEC has extended the deadline for the submission of governorship and State House of Assembly candidates for the 2027 general elections. INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, Mohammed Haruna, announced extension in a statement, saying the new deadline is Tuesday, August 11, 2026. The Olagunsoye Oyinlola-led faction of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Osun State has declared support for the All Progressives Congress governorship candidate Bola Oye Bamiji ahead of Saturday's election. Speaking in Osogbo on Sunday, Olagunsoye said his group parted ways with the administration of Governor Ademola Adeleke, citing a lack of inclusion in the affairs of government. Oyinlola, alongside former Secretary to the state government, Fatai Akinbade, and former PDP National Vice Chairman, Southwest, Tajuddin Oladipo, maintained that they remain members of the PDP as they said their decision to back the APC candidate was based on conviction and what they described as a sincere desire for the progress of Osun State. 87 days after terrorists abducted pupils of Musa Primary and Junior Secondary School in Askira Uba local government area of Borno State, the families of the victims says the pain of their children's absence remains as fresh as it was on the day they were taken. The pupils were abducted on May 15. Their parents says both the state and federal government have remained largely silent, leaving them to cope with the ordeal on their own. They also noted that no group has claimed responsibility for the abduction or demanded a ransom. The families recalled that Borno State Commissioner for Education, Lawan Abba, visited their community on behalf of Governor Babagana Umara Zulum and assured them that every effort would be made to secure the safe return of the children. A new champion will be crowned at the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco after defending champions Nigeria and 2022 winners South Africa were knocked out in the quarterfinals. Nigeria Super Falcons, who have won 10 of the previous 13 editions of the tournament, were eliminated by Cameroon after WAM's 19th minute free kick secured a 1-0 victory on Sunday. It was Cameroon's second win over Nigeria in the history of the competition, with former champions Equatorial Guinea failing to qualify for the tournament since 2018. This year's semi-finals will feature no previous WAFCON champions, guaranteeing a first-time winner. And that's the latest on the major stories making headlines. Do stay with us for more news and updates as they happen. I'm Salome Oladipo. Thank you for watching.